Hey beautiful souls, it's late, the world is finally quiet, and you're here with me. Whether you're wrapped under the covers, driving empty highways under streetlights, or letting the day dissolve in a dim room, thank you for choosing this little corner of peace. If you're new here, hit subscribe so these midnight whispers find you every week. We keep the lights low and the hearts open. Tonight's story is called The Man Who Stopped Listening. Alex was 34, living in a fourth-floor walk-up in Chicago, and he'd perfected the art of looking like he had it all together. A good advertising job, nice coats, a practiced smile, the kind that worked in meetings and on dating apps. But every night, when the laptop closed, silence rushed in like floodwater. He wasn't tired in a way sleep could fix. He was tired in his bones, tired in the space where dreams used to live. One December evening, after his agency lost a major client because he suggested a campaign that actually meant something, Alex resigned. No drama, just a quiet email. He told himself he was finally going to write the novel he'd been carrying in his head for 12 years. He told his friends at a bar in Wicker Park to. They laughed surprised. Not cruel, but then the comments came like cold wind off the lake. You're throwing away a 6-figure career. Midlife crisis came early, man. Be real, you're scared of turning 40 without a 401k. He laughed with them, but the words followed him home. They sat on the fire escape while he smoked old habits, crawled into bed with him. Vibrated in every phone notification a chorus of people who thought they knew his life better than he did. For weeks he tried to write, but the cursor only blinked, a tiny judge in the dark. He refreshed Instagram and saw his ex-colleagues in Dubai, smiling in front of turquoise pools. He read group chat jokes about Alex's gap year. He started answering at 2 a.m., sharp and exhausted. The novel stayed blank. One February night, with the radiator clanking like it was arguing with itself, Alex walked to the lakefront. The city slept under fresh snow. Everything felt slowed down, even the traffic lights. He sat on a frozen bench staring at the black water. A woman was already there, older, wrapped in a charcoal coat, feeding gulls despite the signs telling her not to. She didn't look at him at first. When she finally did, her eyes were kind in a dangerous way, like someone who could see through every shield he built. You look like a man losing a fight with voices that aren't even in the room, she said. He laughed, and the laugh cracked into silent, shaking tears. She didn't touch him, didn't offer cliches. She just waited. When he could speak, he told her everything: the resignation, the book, the friends who suddenly sounded like strangers, and the fear he was ruining his life. She listened, then tore another piece of bread for the birds. Let me tell you about a monk I once knew, she said. She told him how the monk laid his head on a stone by the river. Women walked by. One mocked him for needing a pillow, another mocked him for throwing it away. A third said people will always talk, and a fourth said gently, "Brother, you left the world, but you brought your ego with you." She looked at Alex. The stone wasn't the problem. The voices weren't the problem. The part of him that needed to be approved of that was the stone. She stood, brushing crumbs from her coat. Write your book, Alex. Or don't. But whatever you do it for the quiet yes inside your own chest. The rest is just weather. She walked away, gulls trailing behind her like she was made of light. Alex stayed until snow soaked through his jeans. Then he went home, opened the laptop, and for the first time in months, the cursor stopped blinking like judgment. It simply waited, like an old friend. He still hears the voices sometimes. They never fully disappear, but now they sound distant, like radio stations from a city he no longer lives in. And in the foreground, clearer every night, is his own voice, small, steady. Unmistakably he's saying, "Keep going. You have that voice too." Whatever you're carrying tonight, the doubt, the should-haves, the expectations of people who mean well but cut deep, let it pass through you. Like wind through winter trees. You don't have to argue. You don't have to prove a thing. Just come home to yourself. Sleep softly. The quiet hour will be here when you need it.